into music. So for me, it's a cool song. Do you remember that moment for you, like when you got into music and shit?
When I got into music, okay, so I want to say around this time frame, I had to be like a 11, like 11, 12. And my father, he had finally like, you know what? I had five sons. I'm gonna give it the old college heave ho. So he was here, him and his brothers started training us. They wanted to teach us how to sing. So it was late nights. We would be up singing. Around this time, it was all about Jodeci, Boys to Men,
Okay.
Silk, all of that. So we in here doing the do re mi fa sol la si do, and then going back down and learning about harmonizing and doing runs, working on the breath control, trying to find what range we was in, all of that. Me and my brothers, I'm pretty sure they not listening, looking at this right now. I kind of wish they was, as I was seeing nobody in the chat. I'm almost certain my mother's listening to it, but and I'm gonna mess with her later on about this. Me and my brothers did make an R&B song. I only remember the title. I do not remember the lyrics. Hardly remember the chorus. The name of the song was called "She Got Skills." Do not ask me to sing that shit. I swear to God, it's not happening. But we did it, and we made this shit. And God, it was god awful, but dang it, we loved it. Like we would rehearse this one song because our plan was to have a full song and present it to my father. So the next time him and his brothers go on tour or open up for somebody, we would be on the card. That was the idea. And then my oldest brother, Lex, he was in Job Corps. He had finally came back home for break. He came in the basement. We all down there, tripping, playing the game and stuff like that. And he was like, yo, I need y'all to listen to something. Check this shit out. He put it in. It's by this group called the Wu Tang Clan. And he played the Mysteries of Chess Boxing. And I'm just looking like, I felt like I was like zoomed in and like everything about behind me was quiet. It was just me and this tape deck. And I'm just staring at it and just listening to everything. It has everything in that I love, talking about kung fu flicks and stuff like that. Like the lyrics, I'm like, damn, how the hell is Joe doing this? And I'm just looking. And when it went off, I was like, yo, that's what I want to do. I want to learn how to do that. I don't want to do this soft R&B shit. I want to learn how to do what Yo did. And that's what started. That was in 1992. I remember that shit. That's what started. I looked. And my brothers and them was going off like, yo, like they never heard nothing like this before. I mean, sure, I was with them too, but it was like for some reason it was like super different to me. It tapped in, and also around this time, like artistically, I was starting to improve more. So it went from doing Marvel comics and DC comics to me literally making my own characters. Like me and my brother, we was taking characters that we created, drawing them out, and then having them go against, like one of my characters would go against the X-Men or like Cyclops, Wolverine. Like I had my villain going up against Magneto. We had storylines where our team would hook up with that team to take down the Signals and stuff like that. Like this shit was massive.
Hold
We
up.
even had one.
Y'all are literally, you're 11, 12 years old, drawing comic books where y'all are inventing superheroes that have the skill sets to battle Marvel heroes and villains.
Yes,
That is up
yes.
there in one of the coolest shits I've heard on this show so far. I don't know if everyone
Thank
has to
you,
agree with me or not, but I fucks with that. I fucks with it,
thank
man.
you,
Like
thank
I
you,
grew up with it.
thank you. And then yes, that's my shit.
So like I'm just like anyway, but like it's like hearing that shit, it's like, you know what? I love it on every level. A, it's just the practicing your shit and doing what you love. But B, it's like loving yourself too, right? Like
Yeah, man.
when I
Yeah,
was young, I used to make up my own imaginary worlds and invent my own universes to explore because, I don't know, that worked out well for me to be creative and shit. You didn't have to rely on other things. And in a sense, it's like you got bored of like the existing, multiverses and created your own and infused with theirs. That's
yeah,
like hella cool at any age with anybody to have done that. But you did it when you were young, so to me it's hella
yeah.
cooler.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, man. It was. I know, I don't know. It was one of those things. Like I always had the sense of me wanting to have my own, not wanting to be like everybody because I'm almost certain at 12 looking around, everything's like carbon copy. And you're like, I kind of want my own identity at a young age.